It's a marvellous day up here in the Highlands, as you all know, and whatever and whatnot, etc., etc. I'm just talking and blathering on. Let's get back to you, Grim Duck.
A message. Oh.
You got a message?
Yeah, it's actually my My Little Pony app. I forgot. I have everything on vibrate.
Oh, I'm gonna die.
I'm gonna see if how good Loki is when he's trying to catch a treat.
You ain't draw no.
I did. I did. It was a sad moment. A great man has passed on. I hate to say it in such a manner, but ever since Nintendo created a game station that's graphics were akin to potato salad thrown at a wall, they were in trouble. They had a few pretty good games on the Wii, but Nintendo might be on a downswing, and the loss of the president might be a very large hit. Uh, I only vaguely remember that one. Oh, oh, they did, and that's which was my childhood gaming machine. And, and Doom was my game. I loved Doom.
You kids and your Super Nintendos and your Nintendos, man, you're talking to a Sega kid right here, man. I had all the good games: Street
Okay,
Fighter,
all right. I
Mortal
give points. I
Kombat,
give
all these good
points.
ones.
Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Sonic, the good Sonics. Those I grew up with those. Of course, all of this. Of
Oh yeah.
course, at the same time, I have to say my favorite childhood game was the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time. Admit it, that shit was awesome.
Oh yeah.
But that was mainly Super Nintendo, wasn't it? Oh, Heather.
Before instead, hold on. Instead of playing a song for the break, I got a better question. Can I do like a little miniature illogical rant on something while we take a short break? Oh, okay, all right.
He's got a good idea for the song.
All right, go right ahead, by all means.
Stop speaking your tentacle tongue speech at me.
Don't wanna be an American idiot. Don't want a nation under the new media. Hey, can you hear the sound of hysteria? The subliminal mind, America. Welcome to a new kind of tension all across the alien nation. Everything isn't meant to be okay. Television dreams of tomorrow. We're not the ones I'm meant to follow, but that's enough to argue. Well, maybe I'm the America. I'm not a part of a redneck agenda. Now everybody do the propaganda and sing along to the age of paranoia. Welcome to a new kind of tension all across the alien mission, where everything is meant to be okay. The television dreams of tomorrow. We're not the ones I'm meant to follow, but that's enough to argue. Don't wanna be an American idiot. One nation controlled by the media. Information age of hysteria. It's going out to idiot America. Welcome to a new kind of tension all across the alien nation. Everything is meant to be okay. Television dreams of tomorrow. We're not the ones I'm meant to follow, boy, that's enough to argue.
Alright, let's do this.
As am I. Oh,
Oh,
yes,
great.
definitely. Nothing like a little Green Day to suit the mood. Nobody.
I'm a Scottish idiot, wait.
Meanwhile, I'm just a drunk Irish German crossbred hybrid idiot from. By the way, you mind if I jump on my soapbox just a little bit? Because I got a little bit of an illogical rant that I need to get off my chest before we get the real show started. All right. Listen, you all probably have heard this saying before on my YouTube, and I don't know, remember how it goes. Oh yeah, you know what I can't stand? I can't stand at the traffic light driving up there, and all of a sudden I get a red light and everything like that. Then all of a sudden I happen to look up and notice there's a camera sitting right there on top of the traffic light. And I'm like, what is this all about? When was it all of a sudden that everyone's watching over us as we're driving along? I mean, doesn't that violate some sort of privacy act or something? Oh, I'm not sure. Oh, that's right. Nobody cares about privacy no more because you'll see these cameras everywhere you go. I mean, have you ever noticed this? You drive down the road, bam, there's a camera. Bam, there's another camera. What is going on here? I mean, is this a sign like Big Brother is suddenly taking over? I mean, seriously, I've had so many instances where I drive up to a traffic light and then all of a sudden somebody's watching me. I'm like, what's going to happen if I drive through the yellow light or the red light? Then all of a sudden, I'm just going to hear, boo, boo. And I'm like, yep, exactly. Because that's what these cameras are for. It's none other than Big Brother watching us every minute of our lives when we're driving. I mean, seriously, is it bad enough that the TSA and the NSA want to watch over us 24/7 with all their cameras and everything like that at the airport? Now they're doing it on the road. I mean, come on, where's the logic in that? Another thing I can't stand is the fact that whenever you're driving through, I don't know, let's say like a Pike Pass or whatnot, they also have those traffic toll lights and everything like that. And lo and behold, there's another camera right there. I mean, seriously, it's like you're just gonna watch us every minute of every day. I swear, the next time I see one of these lights one of these cameras, I swear I'm going to drive naked through one of them. I promise you. I guarantee you, I'm going to get me a nice little red Mustang. I'm going to drive around butt naked and let them see me just for who I am. Because quite frankly, cameras on the traffic lights are just illogical, pure and simple. And with that, welcome to Superminds.
Yep, let's get on with it. Exactly.
But still.
And a majority of the time, and I have to play devil's advocate as well, because a majority of the time the cameras are wired to pressure pads that only activate during a red light. So the pressure pads turn on, and if they feel two separate sets of wheels go over them, it's obvious that someone is trying to go through the red light. The camera immediately turns on to capture whoever it was. That's how most of those cameras work. They are pressure pad sensitive.
Well, still, I just have this inkling that it's like they're spying on us. It's like,
I mean, I understand that's true.
oh,
That's the rule of warrant of having a warrant for arrest has kind of always twitched on my mind. But let's get on with the actual topics now.
okay, now. Yeah, that was just a little, get you all in the right mood, get you all in the right mindset. No. I could care less about the cameras right now because what I'd like to talk about is a little something that's been bothering me for the past couple of years now. Have you noticed in this world today, there's a lot of people that want to fall in love? I mean, seriously, it's like one guy, one girl, one dream, all that good stuff like that. Oh, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Oh, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Then why does it feel like you guys are talking with your bodies rather than your hearts? I mean, seriously, either it's looks or something else like that. Oh, wait, that's right, money. It's always looks or money. Where's the heart? Where's the personality?
Where is the urge to find out about the other? I was just saying, where is the urge to actually try to find out about the other person? You can't just run in penis waving and hope for the best.
No. You're just asking. you're just asking to lose a member right there.
Well, that's a problem because I don't do that. I put chicken nuggets, pizza, and French fries on my burgers before I eat them. I call it the Fatty McFat burger. It's delicious. It's the Fatty McFat burger.
Oh yeah, you and I had a couple of those a few times in the past.
That Close with that. We'll just dump some lard right on it.
But I digress. I need to address some issues right now, and I need to educate you guys on what love really is. Okay, now, to those women out there who think that, oh, a man's got to look good in my eyes, a man's got to have the build of, like, fucking Billy Harrington and all that stuff like that. No, ladies, let me teach you a little something about men, okay? Not all men are going to be attractive. Not all men are going to be drop dead sexy. Most of the men are going to be overweight. Most of the men are not going to have the best complexions in the world. But you got to take into consideration one thing about some of these men. These men will have hearts the size of Texas. And I hate to keep being repetition on that old, that old comparison. But truth be told, you look at some of these guys, some of them will have like the best hearts in the world. They will see a woman for who she really is. He will look at you and he will say, you're one of the most beautiful women in the world. I will say that right here and right now. I've said that to many women, and they could be overweight. They may not look pretty. They have to wear glasses. They may have to wear braces and all stuff like that. I don't care. I don't look at that. I look at the woman inside of her. I see her heart and everything like that. Ladies, please look for men like that, because those are the ones that will stay with you. Don't be looking for this guy that's all like, yeah, I'm big, I'm bad. Look at me in my Speedo. Oh, I bet you'd love to see my package. Because quite frankly, 9 times out of 10, that man will become dominant over you. He will like abuse you. He will mentally, physically abuse you and all that stuff like that. Oh, exactly. Yeah, that too. That too. So, yeah.
At the same time, we can't put all the blame on the women.
Oh, no. I'm not blaming women. I'm just telling women, look for those kind of men, because these macho motherfuckers, I swear. Well, Billy Harrington's like a saint, and he's like a bisexual man.
And at the same time,
Of course. You know, it's always the case like that. And also, women, I want you to keep an eye on something else too. On some of these men might turn around and be like, he'll look at you and be saying, oh, I love you so much, baby. But yeah, at the same time, he'll be staring at the ass of another woman. Is that the kind of man you want to be with? But then again, it's not just men you need to be looking out for, women. Men, there's women too that you should be watching out for. No. We don't necessarily need to do that, because I can name off quite a few. Let's see, I can give you some good examples. These women who like to demonize other men that have broken their hearts. You've probably heard me rant on this in the past, Meanspirit. But I digress, because there's some women out there that you men in the chat room need to be watching out for. These women who have had their hearts broken, and they want to get on Facebook. And if you're dating that, if you had to be dating that person, she'll be like, oh, this person did this, and this to me, and I think he should die. Psycho, hose, beast. And go ahead and call me sexist if you want to. But men, there's another type of woman you need to be watching out for. There's also these women who will look at you and say, oh, I want to be with you. You sound like you're such a successful person in life. This is the woman you need to watch out for, because they're 9 times out of 10, they're after the money. That's right. That too. I forgot to mention that. Yeah, because not saying she's a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke.
What?
Oh man. Oh yes. And you know that's the only time. That's the only time I would mention Kanye West. That's the only time I'm going to mention Kanye West. Green.
I forgot what I was going to say. I was actually going to say that I don't know how I'm gonna put. I don't know how I'm trying to put what I'm trying to say. Keep going while I try to figure this out.
All right.
Subliminal in the chat room is requesting for us to get less vague with our responses.
Okay.
And to give more specific examples.
All right. I'll give you a good example of a money grubbing woman. I'll give you a good example. Say for instance you get with this girl. Say for instance you get with her, and then all of a sudden it's like you're walking with her, and then she notices some really nice jewelry. She's like, oh, come on, we gotta look at this jewelry. We gotta look at this jewelry. And then she knows that you got a really, really big bank account. Say, for instance, you're in my case, you're in the U.S. Navy. Has anybody ever seen that movie, An Officer and a Gentleman?
It was a good movie.
You remember that one guy who was going to become an officer, and then he bought her this really nice ring and everything, and then she wound up getting pregnant, and he didn't want to be in a relationship with her no more, and she just took everything from him?
Aye.
You remember what happened to him afterwards? He committed suicide. Yeah,
a relationship is a two-way deal.
Yeah, and that's why it's called Superminds. We want to open up, to
You cannot try to make your other do everything for you.
No.
And you cannot try to do everything yourself. A true relationship is a gradual building of two minds who find out more about one another. They become close. They know more about their partner than they do about their own parents, sometimes about themselves. A true relationship is not created based on sight, upon seeing someone that you've never seen before, but just because he looks good, you know you've got to be with him. No, a true relationship gets built over time, over learning, over becoming a single person.
Exactly. Oh yeah, let's hear it.
My best friend, because I've known them for a long time.
Exactly.
A lot of people out there are always. I think that the audio's cutting in and out.
Well, me?
No, the viewers.
All right. But, here, let me give you guys a general idea of how I see a relationship. Here's how I see a relationship. What it all comes down to, you and your partner have to know each other through one mind. You both have to agree on everything. Sure, you may disagree on a few things, but at the same time, you need to agree with one another. You have to understand each other, work as a team, make a plan. Don't rely on the other person, because at one point or another, that person may fall down and you're got to be there to help them up. Vice versa with that person. They may have to help you up. Say, for instance, you two end up in a marriage. All of a sudden, one person loses their job, your bank account goes in the red. What do you guys do in that situation?
You both work to try to get a new job, but you have to try to. You both have to try. It can just be one of you.
Exactly. That's why I said work as a team. You have to make a plan, know what has to be done. That's the true point behind a relationship. Now, in the event that say you end up getting married to a money grubber and she loses her job and she's grubbed all the money off you, she's like, "Oh, you have to pick up slack for me now because I have relied on you all this time." And they're like, "Why do I have to be the one supporting you?" It's like, "Well, because you're the one that has all the money, and I don't have to do nothing. I'm just going to lay back and do nothing." This is the kind of person that's going to screw you over later on down the road when all of a sudden you two have a child together, and she's like, "You know what? I'm done. Bye. I'm going to go see this other hot, sexy-looking guy." What happens?
Because these people they are still trying to relive their teenage years. All of a sudden, they're hit by adulthood. They refuse to see it coming. Pretty much, all of a sudden, they're adults. They're still trying to live as teenagers, but with the additional responsibility, they can't handle it. So they just shove their problems and everything else off onto other people and continue trying to live wild.
This is where spousal abuse comes in. This is where a whole bunch of fights start breaking out. Why a lot of people end up in divorce court. Why they ended up in all these other counseling sessions and whatnot. Once again, going back to what I said earlier, a lot of people love with their bodies rather than love with their heart, and I think that is absolutely sad.
And they didn't use their mind either. They just run right into it. They don't think about it. They're just like they literally run into it like a feral animal, to pretty much trying to have sex. That's all they're trying to do. That's all they care about. They just want to pleasure themselves.
Okay, all right. Meanspirit, did you want to say something by chance to add to that? All right, because I'm going to tell you guys a true story. I'm going to tell you guys a real true story. Okay, so 2003, I'm graduating high school, right? I'm getting ready to enjoy life and everything like that. I'm grown up. I finally got my high school diploma, or at least the equivalent of one. And then I've decided I'm going to join the U.S. Navy. Well, about 2 weeks later, I get a message on Yahoo Messenger from this girl, right? And what happens is she basically becomes enamored with me through role playing and whatnot. We start sharing, a few life shares and whatnot. We started, talking about our personal lives and everything like that. And then all of a sudden, me and her start developing feelings for each other. And I said, "Hey, maybe we can talk, a little closer. Maybe we can get a little more intimate and everything like that." And she says, "Oh, I'm sorry, but I'm already taken." I'm like, "All right, that's fine." Well, jealousy sets in and whatnot, but yet we're still, talking and whatnot. She sends me a few pictures of herself, and that's when I discover one thing about her. She lives way up in Canada.
Ooh.
Yeah, long distance relationship. At that point, I was going through severe depression and whatnot. Then I finally decided, you know what? I can't let this drag me down anymore. I'm joining the U.S. Navy. So I joined the U.S. Navy. I'm happy and everything. I tell her all about it. She's like, "Oh, I'm so proud of you. You made such a wonderful decision. That's really good of you." And then we just keep talking and whatnot. And then finally, it gets to a point. One day, she says the words I thought I would never hear. My boyfriend broke up with me. We had one of the biggest fights of all, and he almost hit me.
And you better have flown up there and beat the shit out of him with a notepad.
I would have done that had I not made the mistake 1 year later that I thought I was never going to make. Me and her started talking even more and more and more and more. And then finally I said, "Come live with me and marry me."
Oh.
And at that point, I didn't realize it, but me and her were making decisions with our bodies rather than our hearts, because we got into a really bad relationship and whatnot. I ended up overdrafting one of my bank accounts into the red. She didn't like that. She wanted more. I kept telling her, "I'm trying. I can't. You need to help me." She wouldn't do it. And what's worse, she had suffered a gallbladder injury a few years back. And I was supporting her the whole entire time, telling her, "Hey, it's gonna be okay. You're gonna be fine. And as long as you change your diet and everything." No, she continued to eat Burger King and whatnot. And I was saying, "You're gonna kill yourself."
So she was just living to please herself.
Exactly.
She was in a relationship. She was trying to use you a as a bank, pretty much.
It came down to that. I tried so hard with her. And then when I found out and when I found out that there was a way to keep her in the country, I was trying to figure out the best way to do it. I was like going through lawyers. I was going through court systems and everything like that. They told me it was going to cost me $5,000. I said, I don't have that kind of money. I tried so hard with her. I told her, why can't you just find out some information and try to, make this easy on ourselves? We have to work as a team. She'd rather play video games. And then we just grew further and further apart until one night she finally said the words to me that I knew I knew was coming. She said,
I'm leaving you?
No.
Oh, okay.
You know what she told me? I think we rushed into this. Don't you? And I said, you know something? You may be right.
See, that's my problem. My birth father and my stepmother both rushed into their first marriages. Both of their first marriages led to 2 children and horrible relationships. So then there's me growing up hearing the stories of these 2 who had such bad times. And I'm just like, I don't want to do the same. So unfortunately, it's affected me in a completely opposite way. I go into the relationships so slowly that the other side just can't deal with it and leave. So I've got the exact opposite problem.
All right. Well, there's a good ending to this. There's a really good ending to this. Me and her both agreed that we used our bodies rather than our hearts. So we mutually agreed, let's end the marriage right here. I sent her home. I kissed her goodbye. Granted, I still feel a little down about it, but at the same time, I've learned a lot from that. I learned so much from that every day of my life. And I know the next relationship I get into, I know for a fact I'm using my heart. So, with that being said, everyone here in the chat room, I want you to all understand one thing. If you're going to get into a relationship with someone, make sure that person is one you'll keep, as long as they keep you in their heart. Gentlemen, any other thing to say?
Completely good. And at the same, and I just a personal thing. We were very, very strict on a couple of certain things. There are other relationships as well. There are homosexual relationships, bisexual relationships. Don't forget that those exist as well, because you were very, very strict in the man and woman relationship. But there are others. I'm just saying to kind of.
Yes.
I know. I was just saying that there are other. It's just it kind of made it sound like the way that you were saying it. It made it sound like that was the only type of relationship there was. And I knew that you didn't think like that, so I just needed to make sure that the viewers knew that you didn't think like that.
Right, exactly. Yeah, it's like I'm not against gay marriage. I'm not against anything like that. In fact, I'm all for it. I'm going to say this right now, guys. I even told my wife, my ex-wife, I told her I was bisexual. You know what she said? That's fine. That's perfectly fine. I don't care. So, listen, at this point, listen, I don't care if you're gay, straight, trans, or whatever have you. If you're going to love someone, make sure that they are one that you can keep. Meanspirit, have you got anything? No, let's not.
Hey, T-Bone.
Yes.
And Meanspirit. Nobody can hear Meanspirit.
No one can hear.
They can hear the both of us, but they cannot hear Meanspirit.
Hold on, guys. Temporary setback. Remember, guys. Remember, this is only the second episode of Superminds.
Here we go. Okay, people hear me.
Yeah. Can you hear him?
Okay, there we go. They're hearing him this time.
Let's try this again.
All right. It depends on the like what I said. You were talking about like how your relationship went, but don't go in for the sex. Relationship is not about sex.
Oh no.
It's about connecting with people that you are so close to. It's basically how it goes. One comes together, it becomes another. No, that's you're thinking of sex. Don't think sex. It's basically sharing a moment, that constant moment with that person you are very connected to and you love. Like for example, me and Flares. Me and Flares are gonna get married, yes, because we love each other and we share connection. We talk through issues. We have conversation. We stay connected every day as much as we can. Why? Because we may be long distance, but we make it work.
And trust me, guys, they can make it work. Believe me. What about? Hold on.
To end it with my part. Love is out there. Go for the right reasons. Don't go for the body. Don't go for the money. Go for the person for who they are. Look at the person and just talk to them. Go for. No, I'm not trying to say personality. Everything. Personality is everything. But if you were kind of picking a certain way, let your guard down a bit, because remember, you're not gonna find that double D 36. You're not gonna find that they're gonna find that 12-inch cock that you're looking for. Trust me, folks. They're not. It's maybe something you're looking for, but the thing is, you gotta find out something about more than just what looks are, because looks ain't everything. Looks ain't everything. Money ain't everything. But love is forever.
Oh yeah.
All right. So I guess are we ready to bring in some guests?
I guess we could try to do that.
All right, so you know the rules. It's real simple. All you gotta do is drop your name in the chat room. We will try to get you on Skype, and we will hear
Your Skype name. Your Skype name
yes.
in the chat room.
Yes, yeah. Drop your Skype name in the chat room. I will copy it, and I'll see if I can't add you in here.
Wooler. Here, I can add Wooler.
Okay, by all means, add Vooler in there. And as I said before, guys, in the event that I don't reach you, if I can't connect with you, please understand it's either a connection issue or there's such a huge line. Okay.
All right, I'm adding Wooler as we speak.
All right, let me go ahead and add Vooler in here right now. All right, Vooler, answer your phone.
Ring, ring. Hello.
And see, we're trying to make this as fun as possible, too. It can be serious at times, but at the same time, we also want to, have a little fun.
All right, Wooler, you in
Wooler,
this?
you're in the call.
Vooler.
Mic test 1 2. Mic test 1 2.
There we go.
There we
You're
are,
in.
Wooler.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
What is your opinion?
It's good to be here.
Yes, good.
Your
What is your
opinions
opinions or
on the previous
thoughts?
On the current subject.
Yeah,
Got it.
the current subject is... Yes.
Well, from what I heard, I would have to say that although personality and what you're going on about earlier is good to look for, it is also healthy for you to find a hybrid between not only the personality, but the looks, and of course the sex, because it's only human nature to do such things.
Yep.
And let's not be nitpicky here. An attractive lady is always a fine thing to have.
Well, you understand something. You know what? That is human nature. That is always human nature, because we operate with the reptilian brain. Remember that.
We kind of pull away from we kind of pull out of millions of years of instinct.
Absolutely.
It's automatic.
I thought we came from apes, not dinosaurs. Well, I always
kind of
want to be a
wondering why you
T-Rex.
said that one.
I always want to be
I was
T-Rex.
kind of wondering why you said the lizard brains. I was like, I've kind of got a lizard brain in that I occasionally stick out my tongue and accidentally eat flies, but otherwise, oh wait, no, ignore that. I didn't say that.
Oh my. Okay. So
Moving on.
So what is your opinion, your point on the whole entire thing? It's just it's nice to find personality, but yeah, it's nice to have looks to go with it too.
Yeah, I would say that as well. And although finding somebody with this combination is, I guess, rare,
It is.
it is doable, and it's something that you could definitely strive for.
Yeah, it's definitely not impossible. There is possibilities.
Absolutely.
Oh wow, that's actually it's true. It is very true. You can find love in all those categories, but you have to remember there's also you gotta love it for the flaws too.
Exactly. It's the quirks that often attract.
Yep. So thank you very much for coming on here. So thank you
My pleasure.
have a good one.
All right, next on our list, let's see. We got Living Nightmare, a.k.a. Vlad and Sakura. Vlad and Sakura, welcome to Superminds. How you doing this evening?
Hey, how
Hello.
you doing? Hello there.
Hey.
What's up?
Nice meeting
Yeah,
you.
nice
All
meeting you too.
All right, so I have to ask you your thoughts on what love truly is, and men and women, and the whole concept of love. What are your thoughts on the subject?
Honestly, I believe love is you love the person no matter what their looks. You love them if they truly love you. If they don't love you for your body, if they don't love you for your money, if they love you truly from their hearts, that's true love. Not because they're rich, because they're handsome, because they're like some big shot, some big name person who's like famous. It's true love if they love you for who you are.
Exactly.
Yep. I'll agree to that.
Nice and simple.
Yep.
Okay, so some guy is who is it that is saying that you've got a huge counterpoint for our argument? I just wanted to say somebody is saying they've got a huge counterpoint.
Okay. How about we bring that person in? Because it might be interesting.
Someone just put me in big bold letters.
Oh, that's you know who that is.
I know who that is.
Yeah. So, anyways, Living, thank you for showing up on the show,
No
Thank you very
problem.
much.
and we'll talk to you later. And please continue to follow us.
All right.
All right.
Who else can we get on Who else can we get on here?
Well, we gotta get your buddy on here.
He says he's got a good counterpoint, so I'm just going to see.
It's your
I'm kind of interested to
it's our
see-
guest from last week.
Who is this again?
Our guest from last week.
Ah, right. Let me call him.
Wait, last week was live?
Yes, he was our guest last time.
Last week was live, as in a bunch of people were listening
There
to
he
us?
is.
Hi. Can you guys hear me on the video?
Absolutely.
And
Your voice.
Okay, anyway,
Let's see
what I was going to say is, I mean, we've got lots of good opinions on this topic so far, but I specifically wanted to talk about the fact that we had an opinion that love had to be mixed with lust to have the perfect relationship, and then a counter opinion that love is beyond the physical form and all that. And I would just like to say that I can bring those two concepts together, a sort of compromise, if you will. My opinion is that if you love someone for who they are enough, then simply their personality can arouse you. And you won't need a body that you can lust after simply for its physical aspects. You will lust after that person that you love because of how much you love them. And I've just been dying to say that, so there it is.
Oh, okay. I actually
Alright.
that makes a lot of sense too. I can't argue.
Thank you.
I agree.
Anyway, that's just my opinion on that, and I guess I'm done with that.
All right, thank you for
topic
showing on
anyway.
there.
Thank you for showing up.
Yep.
Of course, I'll let you guys continue with the rest of the topics.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you.
Alright, sounds good.
I think it's time to switch it into third gear, folks.
Oh yes, definitely. We need to move on.
Alright then, sounding good.
All right. So
This is, I guess we get to turn it over to Green.
all right. Since you are the guest, we will more than happy let hear what you guys say. And pardon.
Roger that. Alright, stepping up front and centre is Green Dragoon, this crazy Scottish brony. And the idea that is stuck in my head has been building up slowly over the last few weeks. Over an extreme escalation of an almost worship of idiocy. I know that I'm not the only one who's seen this, because anywhere you go, it's like shows like Jersey Shore, shows like Honey Boo Boo, and not just that, things that happen in real life as well. It seems that society is beginning to worship idiocy and ignoring the intelligence that rose, that allowed us to reach this point.
Go on.
Keep going, man. Just keep at it.
Keep at
Sorry,
it, man.
I'm leaving gaps so you guys can reply. But okay. But we worship the villains. We worship the bad people that do stupid things that hurt others. This leads to more people wanting to do this, which is only like literally the worship of stupidity is leading to the growth of cruelty. Because, and of course, someone immediately starts talking about the Miley Cyrus thing. That's not what I'm talking about.
No,
That
different
was-
deal. That was just
Yes.
That was just plain. I was just a plain idiot, just trying to do a dance that she was too.
That
young
was
for.
someone trying. That is the end result. Because once they get to a certain point, they don't think that they can bring attention to themselves in any way other than causing stupidity. So they continue to get worse and worse, and we continue to laugh and find it hilarious and point it out to everyone. They get more famous, their stupidity begins to affect other people. If you look back far enough, you will find that topics like YOLO and swag were initially created as insults, but somebody trying to bring attention to it decided to use it in a different way. This was picked up by someone else, and more people, and now this is like a global thing. Just the focus on stupidity growing and almost encompass. You understand why this gets me,
It's it's a lack of intelligence to actually using the actual as I say for people, the English language that they were actually raised on, because instead of actually saying the actual word that they're supposed to be learning from it when they're supposed to learn at school, they're using short terms, like street slang. It's like it's not really a language, but they want to make it a language because that's how they as they say, that's how they roll. But still, it's just like in the Webster Dictionary, it's going to become an extinct book. Why? Because everybody wants to talk lulz and swag and where you at. Grammar's going to go out the door soon because it's always gone out the door many times.
It's just gonna get worse. It's just gonna keep getting worse, and quite frankly, I don't know. I really don't know.
Now, as you know, I am an eternal optimist, and there is, in fact, still hope. It's very slim, sadly, but there are amazing men and I'm saying this because you already know what I'm saying. The second I say the name, you'll understand. Bill Nye and Neil deGrasse Tyson, two of my personal heroes, because neither one of them is necessarily the smartest. They're not necessarily the greatest mind, but both of them are trying to fight to spread intelligence. That's what they are doing that is appealing to me so much. It's not necessarily the other research that jumps out to me. It's their fight for the spread of intelligence.
Yeah, because why? I mean, back in the day, it used to be like Mr. Wizard to actually teach kids about science, and now you got Bill Nye, the science guy, who was teaching about science in the 90s. And now, guess what we have now?
Honey
Mythbusters. Yes, Honey Boo Boo is another one.
Although Mythbusters, they give me hope because they still do show science. They do still show things that make you learn, and they do it in a way that appeals to stupid people. I know that sounds weird, but explosions, fire, guns, but all with a scientific base. So these stupider people are watching it, learning, but not realizing it.
You know, since you mentioned Bill, the science guy, I'm going to play a short deal here, just to kind of get the mood up a little bit about, just like your hero. And you already know it. Listen to it. Here it goes.
Let's do it.
Come on, load.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Here we go.
The Science Guy.
And dead science.
Bill Nye the Science
Greatest
Guy.
song ever.
The Science Guy.
I don't think.
I'm pretty sure it's by Simon and Garfunkel. The Sound of Silence.
Science Guy.
Sound of silence.
You combine Bill Nye and Gangnam Style.
Had to be played. Had to be played.
Oh, I can't believe this. That's awesome. Okay, anyway, back to it. Grimdark, Meanspirit, you are the greatest person ever.
No, I'm not. No, no.
I just hit myself in the spine with a stick and it hurt. See? Worship of stupidity.
Well, it's not the worship of stupidity. It is the acknowledgement of science.
Science! We must work for science!
Exactly. Ah.
So with that being said, but yeah, the way how stupidity is working now these days
Idolization of stupidity.
Yeah, the idolization of stupidity, because stupidity is still rising up. As the old phrase I told you once before, and I see you heard me say this before, the reason why people are stupid is because they don't realize that they're stupid. That's why they don't think they need to learn anything else. They don't think they don't have no room to learn. They have no room in their minds to grasp the concepts of humanity and science and words and everything else that's supposed to help them in life.
Exactly.
They just pick the handout. That's all they basically look for.
They try. What's happening is we are trying to make others work for us to make our life better. They're realizing that as we feed, basically, we're vampiric right now. As we feed off of the few intelligent people, the intelligent people begin to fade away. Soon there won't be any left. And we'll look around and realize there is no one there to do the easy stuff for us, and we won't know how to.
Mm-hmm. So, just, it's just... If people wants to get smart, they could choose to get smart. The tools are there for them. The tools. I mean, hell, the technology we have these days, the internet, man. You have the internet, you have the technology in your hands. I mean, back in the day, it used to be the library, but now it's the internet, man.
I mean, and I know that this doesn't seem like much, because a lot of people talk about how bad it is, but something that I used to do is I would go to Wikipedia, I would hit the random article, and whatever popped up, I would read it. Some days I would just learn about a little city somewhere in the middle of nowhere. I wouldn't learn anything at all. But some days I would pop up on an amazing topic. One of my favorite, the subject that interested me in neuroscience was something called dual brain theory that I discovered just through a random look on Wikipedia. By the way, if you're listening to this, look up dual brain theory. That shit is awesome.
Dual brain theory. I'll keep that in mind.
Just saying.
Yep.
But a Wikipedia article made me start researching neuroscience. I'm just saying.
Beautiful.
Yep. T-Bone, any thoughts?
I have no thoughts. You know what my thoughts are right now?
What's that?
Science, explosions, technological stuff, the laws of gravity, everything like that. I love that sort of stuff. I don't need everything in the world from the big media or that pouring down on me. I like science. I love all that cool stuff. I love looking up into the sky at night, seeing the stars and the moon and the glowing planets from far, far away and all that stuff. That's the kind of stuff I like to see.
I'm just saying that, and you look up and you see all that and it's amazing. But then there's so many other directions to look. 92% of the oceans is undiscovered. We barely understand our own brains. Our own human brain, we can barely understand how it works. There is so much everywhere. Just stand up and spin in a circle, and you will see something in the area around you that you don't know about. I mean, do this. Just stand up, spin in a circle, look at something, say, I don't know how that works. I don't know how they do this. Then go and look it up. Do this every single day. It's so easy to learn, but we're trying to not do it.
I mean, hell, you even learn about your own history, because, come on, you're learning about stuff that's the past. Trust me.
Yes.
These were, things were a lot more simpler in the past. I mean, hell, I mean...
Well, at the same time, they were so much more complex.
Yeah.
No matter what time frame you were in, there were always innovators, always discoverers. It's like you look in the past. Look up Galileo. He did amazing things. Look to the future. Try to see. Like, if you don't want to go and do research, try creating something. So because one of the best things to do is try to add to the world. Because
Create something
simply
original.
by creating something original, you have to learn about that original thing.
I mean, hell, a great example of about learning history is basically you can start with your own family tree or learn about something that that you're really interested in. I mean,
right there.
Yep. I mean, hell, as the old phrase goes, you can learn something about your history really quick. Because they say that the future is doomed unless we not learn from the past, our past mistakes.
I mean, 5 minutes of research showed me that I own 2 castles and I'm 4 families away from being part of the royal family.
Cool.
So 4 families drop dead, I could be king.
Well, you'll be in the line for the throne.
Oh, if that happens, I'm killing off all my family.
Watch out, MI6 may be listening.
I never said that I killed their families, just my own.
Well, that's if you know.
I'm psychotic.
You must be semi-British.
Well, I don't know exactly what you're talking about there, Meanspirit.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about.
I'm out. Too much Brits. I'm out now.
I'm going to warm up a bagel and proceed to
time.
have sex with it. Mwah.
I think it's time to bring in a guest.
I think
I
it is
agree.
time to bring in a guest. How about you guys?
All right, let's bring in the guests. Bring in the guests. This is the time we actually take about 5 to 10 minutes to actually bring you in and talk about the subject we just talked about. So, who's our first guest?
Drop your Skype name. Drop your Sky name in the clouds, and we'll eat it. Drop your Skype name in the chat, and we'll add you as fast as we can.
Hey, name cookies.
All right, it's as simple as that. It's like playing Cookie Clicker. Try to be there as fast as possible. Night Blossom.
Night Blossom is the first one.
Night Blossom. This is your chance to speak.
Sakura, you would be needing a mic.
You will need a mic.
Otherwise, you just sit there being silent, and we'd all get
Night Blossom. Welcome to Superminds. How you doing?
Thank you very much, gentlemen. And to Green, I'd like to say thank you on behalf of MI5. We will be keeping an eye on you.
Yeah!
Woo! I'm going out the window. See you later.
We know who you are. We know what you want. Just please say the line as we trace the call.
Yes, indeed.
But I would like to just comment on what you said into 2 parts, really. First of all, the idea that society is promoting more ignorance than promoting things like science, because I do think there's something there, certainly. I mean, if you look back 10 or so years, you'll find documentaries like Jacob Bronowski's Ascent of Man, which is a fantastic piece of documentary.
Dead on. That was one of the best things I've ever seen.
It was one of the best things on television, but it was expensive, and that's the big problem, because nowadays you can't pay for a massive TV show, and that's why you're seeing things like Honey Boo Boo and The Geordie Shore. It's expensive to make shows that are informative, and that's why you have a generation of people who are growing up without Jacob Bronowski, without all of these fantastic documentaries, because they can't simply make them on television anymore. There's just no feasible way to do it. But at the same time, the idea that I saw a few people in the chat who were discussing the idea that humanity was sliding towards Idiocracy, that film where all of humanity is dumb. That's simply not true. Science is advancing at an ever faster pace. Whether or not it's in the mainstream, it's getting faster and faster. Just the other month, I believe, we were printing human stem cells or skin cells with a 3D printer. Imagine that. We were printing human cells with a 3D printer. We've put a man on the moon. We have a satellite that's just left our solar system. We have done incredible things, and we are continuing to do incredible things. And the idea, quite simply, that we are regressing as a species is quite simply absolutely pathetic. We are advancing faster than ever. Maybe we are not advancing as fast as we could, encouraging people to watch things like The Geordie Shore and Honey Boo Boo, whatever. But the fact is, the idea that quite simply humanity is going backwards is not true in the slightest. We have fantastic scientific institutions all around the world.
Yes, but the thing is, here's another. I like to, I hate to interrupt you on this, but the thing is, we may have it, but how many people are not using it? They have the minds, they have the technology, they have the things at their grasp, as you say that we do. We don't see it being properly used in the proper manner that was supposed to be used in the first place. Instead of, creating more idiotic shows, basically to dumbing the population down the whole entire way through.
I can understand that point, but at the same time, gradually science is getting bigger and bigger. You're having new institutes open, you're having new fields open. It's not in the mainstream, certainly. You're not hearing about it.
That's the thing. I wasn't trying to say necessarily that intelligence is going away. I'm just saying that it's not. I'm pretty much saying that our world is becoming worse because we don't bring recognition to it.
Oh, absolutely.
Also, by the way, I just wanted to say this. I've seen several people say something along the lines of, I like this guy's voice, no homo. And I have to say that you are a brilliant man, and I already like you.
I have a fantastic fucking voice.
Yes, he does. And you know what the scary thing about it is? It's that we have an English and a Scots in the room. I'm surprised I'm surprised they're not either fighting or sharing a pint with each other.
Don't worry. Not all English are assholes, and not all of the Scots are. Oh well, I have no idea what even the stereotype for you all is. Drunkards. That's it. Drunkards and heroin addicts.
Oh,
or if you
fuck,
come
I
from
myself with the goddamn funny ball of a stick.
Or if you come from Glasgow, knife wielding.
And yet here I am, a German Irishman, and all I love to do is get drunk and get loud and get crazy.
Typical American.
Night Blossom, I'm adding you to my contacts because you're too awesome to not add. I'm
damn fucking awesome, aren't you right?
All right, awesome.
All right.
Wow. All right. I think the intelligence of this room has just gone up a bit. So I'm giving this intelligence a 2 thumbs up.
Definitely.
This is what you get for getting a sociology student. Well, sociology, politics, psychology, computing, and blah. Oh, you don't want to hear me rattle on about my achievements.
And this is not your Skype achievements either.
No, this is not my Skype achievements. This is real world achievements.
Real life achievement. I wish I had the sound right now. I'd be playing it right now. That the achievement. Achievement. You have leveled up on intelligence. Okay, we gotta move on to the next one.
Thank you very much, guys.
No problem.
Right, have a great
Come back
evening,
again.
Blossom.
Okay.
Wow, I don't know
I
what to
like
say.
this guy. I truly like that guy.
Definitely.
Well, fine, get yourself a new boyfriend. I didn't say it.
Alright, okay. I guess you did.
Okay, anyways, moving along. I guess we'll take one more person, then we'll shift it in the fourth gear.
All right, then we'll get one more person in. I think it's the same person that called us like a little while ago. So let's go ahead and get him back in here.
Who was it?
He goes by the
Living at Man.
yeah.
The living.
Oh, the living?
The living, welcome back.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello again.
It's good to be back.
All right, so what's up?
What's your opinion?
My opinion on the whole intelligence thing?
Mhm.
Well, I agree with the last person and with whoever it was that said that we are advancing instead of going backwards. And I agree. We are both advancing, but we aren't advancing fast enough. We take 5 steps forward and 2 steps back.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about
Well,
right.
the thing is, we take. I'll say we take 5 steps forward, 3 steps back, and everyone brings attention to those 3 steps. Though they don't bring attention to the 5 steps; they just bring attention to the 3 steps.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it's more.
Drama is entertainment. That's what it is. Drama is entertainment.
It's more entertaining.
And if you don't believe me, check the news. Just stare at the news, any type of news. Just stare at it for at least 15 minutes, and I guarantee you'll find something about drama.
Yep, it's nothing but drama. Drama, drama, drama. God, how we hate drama.
I agree.
Or my personal
I agree. I mean,
favorite.
like,
Or my personal favorite, if you think that the world is not crazy, I dare you to go to Walmart and just look at people.
yeah, I agree. I
Well, the
work at
thing is,
Walmart.
if on
I work at
Walmart,
Walmart. I see that all the time.
if Walmart was in a Dungeons and Dragons game, upon entering, you would take 10 points to intelligence off.
No, and also 10 points due to your lack of spot check because someone's already spotted you before as you got in.
Yeah. Anyways. Yeah. So if you're intelligent and you like do something great, nobody's gonna be pay attention. But if you do something like make a TV show like Jersey Shores, you're gonna get a lot more attention than the dude who does something smart and intelligent. And if I could quote George Santayana, here's what I want to quote: "Those who fail to learn history are doomed to repeat it."
Amen.
You are just as awesome as Night Blossom.
You guys, this is proving once again. This is proving once again that there are intelligent people out in this world, and I love that. You people out there in the chat room, I thank you guys for coming out. Seriously, you guys show me and Meanspirit and everyone else in the world that there are people with brains, and I love that.
This is why
Thanks to all of
it's
you.
like we're recruiting a whole bunch of superheroes. Like I said, it's so rare. It must be a superpower. I mean, we should start our own Justice League or something, or the Avengers. Or the League of Superminds. There we go. The League of Superminds.
I am loving every moment of it.
All right. Well,
Indeed.
we would love to continue this conversation, but we got to shift it into fourth gear. Living, thanks for coming on here. And
No problem.
we'll talk to you later.
All right.
Thanks for coming on.
Take care.
Now, folks, we're going to shift into the fourth gear.
All right, let's have it.
All right. Now
And you guys go ahead and get this one started. I just need to go get a quick drink of water. I'll be right back.
Absolutely. Go right ahead.
All right, back in a second.
All right. Shift into the fourth gear. Now we're going to get into something a little more that everybody deals with on a constant basis, and I like to talk.
Meanspirit, you go ahead and take it from here right now. I'll be right back.
Oh, everybody's leaving me.
No, go ahead. Just go ahead and you have the mic for me.
You know what? Actually, what we can do is we'll take a quick little break. So with that being said, folks, let's go play a little song for you. Give me a second here, folks. I'm going to play a little bit of music.
I'm sorry about that. I thought I heard my door knocking, so go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Well, I think we can take a quick little break real quick.
All right. Well, if you want to take a little break, that's fine.
Let's see. Let's try to find a
Mayonnaise!
song. Oh, wait, never mind. They're all back here. Oh! I was going to take a break here, but no. Let me know.
Oh, well.
All right, anyways. Let's move on to something else. Okay, back to the fourth gear. Let's get into everyday's constant aggravation, stupidity, idiotic, and most of all, the idiocy, which I like to call titled "Rules of the Road." Folks,
Oh boy!
Folks, how many times you've been out there driving and actually noticed, a bunch of crazy drivers? I mean, literally, the red light means stop. Doesn't mean go. Oh wait, I got more. When was it okay to run a stop sign? Was it usually when you're coming up to a stop, another person coming up to a stop, or if you're the one that's stop first, that means you have the right of way. The other person doesn't mean that they should kind of slow creep into the stop sign and go. It doesn't work that way, folks.
I'm a pedestrian, so I get hit by cars.
I'll get to
One
that
time
point.
so far, actually.
Well, yeah, that's part of the rules of the road because pedestrians are usually the ones that are actually like talking on their cell phone, jaywalking. Yeah, I mean, they said that they have the right of way no matter what. Bullshit, folks. They do not have the right of way. Do you know why? Because they're going to cause you an accident. In other words, someone's going to if someone's not paying attention behind you, they're going to rear end you. And that'll be that person's fault. Of course, they'll blame you because you stopped because some pedestrian got out of the way. And they're like, oh, no, I was way out of the way. You still going to get stuck with the bill. You're going to still get stuck with the bill. And that's bullshit. Why are people being stupid? I mean, speeding.
I've been hit. Well,
Wait,
I've been
speeding,
hit by four.
cutoffs.
I'm just saying. Rules of the road are there for a reason, as I have been hit by 4 separate cars in my life, and I will say right now that they don't feel like butterflies and tickles. It feels like someone throwing a brick into your chest and then pointing at you and laughing and kicking you while you lay there groaning.
Yeah.
Oh, I hear you.
But the thing is, I'm talking about rules of the road. I'm talking about like safety. Rules of the road are there for not just for your safety, but also other people's safety as well. If you're these one type of people that like to cut off people just because, oh, I wasn't in the lane I was supposed to, and I need to cut this person off because I need to get to where I need to go to, then you're just as wrong as the rest of everyone else because you have just risked causing an accident. That means you could have just killed somebody.
Yeah, you know. It's
Oh
funny 'cause
yeah,
I-
we're going about 25 miles per hour. Still, doesn't mean the person behind him is going 25. That person could be going high speed. It could be a semi truck for all you know. You don't know that.
Oh, I agree with you on that one. Hell, you know what? I've seen it. I've seen it all, man. I've seen dogs get hit by people. I've seen kids on bikes get hit by people, and yet the drivers just drive on by. They don't give a shit. Here in Oklahoma, it happens all the freaking time. And every time I do, I just say to myself, damn, I wish I had a camera phone right now. I'd get the license plate on that person. I'd call the police.
Oh yeah, but the thing is, this is what people need to do nowadays. They need to get a camera, one put it in the back, one in the and right there in front. Basically, one of those little bubble cams that basically kind of gets around, so they can catch people that's breaking the rules, and then basically say, okay, officer, I like to turn this microchip saying that this person is, all these people have broke these rules, and so here's the evidence. Now go ahead and do your job. Basically, I think that's why I kind of like, I was kind of going against you on that deal, TiVo, with the cameras on top of the lights. They're
Well,
there
yeah, I can
for
understand
people's
that.
safety. Basically, trying to say, hey, we're watching you. Don't break the law. Don't break the law, or you'll get a ticket. That's why there's speed laws. They're not there for basically for your inconvenience. They're there to make sure everyone is safe. Basically, it's safety. They're trying to protect you as an individual. They say be a defensive driver. That's why I've learned when I was trying to get my driver's license. But the thing is, nowadays in California, driver's licenses are being handed out like Halloween candy.
I'm just saying, I'm currently stationed in an area where I do not joke. I've seen someone do U-turns, go to the next block, do a U-turn, go to the next block, do a U-turn, go to the next block, and keep doing this until they finally hit someone, and then they just sped off. I don't exactly know why. I think they were drunk.
They probably were drunk.
I'm sure that they were drunk.
They were probably looking for. They were following a GPS that basically was broken. They're supposed to turn off to the road and then basically look for their destination. Tell me to go this way. Oh, I think it's telling me to go this way. It's not telling me to go this way. I don't know where I'm driving. I'm driving. But still, they
need to make an Alan Rickman GPS.
No, they need to make a Morgan Freeman GPS.
Well, then people would go into trances by his hypnotic voice.
Yeah, but the thing was, Morgan Freeman makes you feel smart.
They need to make a Night Blossom GPS.
Exactly. That would be perfect. He'd tell you what to do.
To the left, to the right, stop!
Sorry, Night Blossom. That wasn't supposed to be. I'm sorry.
I am smiling from all sides right now. That was beautiful.
Meanspirit, you're an asshole. Did you know that?
Yes, I've been called worse.
Oh my god.
I probably have to bring him into the call to have him do that so we can just laugh even harder. Oh yeah, doing a Discord GPS voice, that'd be probably funny.
Oh yeah, I bet you that'll be like the most funniest thing in the world.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna probably bring up something. I'm gonna bring up because I've actually heard the Morgan Freeman GPS voice. It was funny as hell. Let's see.
Alright, let's go ahead and keep talking about other stuff then. Phew.
GPS. Here we go. Now, listen to this one. You might get a laugh.
Well, we'll wait and see while we sit here
In
in
500
silence.
feet, turn left into Del Taco. Get busy eating, get busy dying. In 500 feet, turn right. What is right? What is wrong? Only you can decide. You missed it.
Oh,
Notice the beautiful palm trees
wow.
planted there in 1947.
Beautiful,
Oh,
man.
we're lost.
Just
On your
just
right,
beautiful.
you'll see barbed wire. Better lock those doors, Whitey. You're in my hood now. Well, let's play a game called Spot the Prius, or as I call them, douchebags.
Oh,
Slowly
wow.
pull your car into this garage. We'll hide out here till the police are gone. You're
Oh
fucked.
god. What?
Eh?
Okay, that was weird. Okay then. Are you guys still here?
Yeah, we're still here.
I'm here.
Is the stuff still playing?
No, it's over with.
Oh,
Then why
wow.
were we just sitting here in silence?
Sorry, that was my fault. My microphone was on mute. I'm sorry.
I was just
Red
sitting here like,
means
what's
off.
going
Red
on?
means off.
Oh,
Okay.
boy.
Well then, that was interesting.
Very interesting.
Alright, so I have no idea what's going on.
We're still talking.
Although this one's kind of starting to wind down, sadly.
Okay, actually, let's kind of increase this a little bit. Okay, back to the rules of the road. Also, at times, have you ever noticed people when they actually are trying to follow the rules of the road where other people don't? Doesn't that annoy you? Literally, does that annoy you to know?
Oh,
to know
yeah, all the time. Seriously.
I mean,
It drives me insane.
it's,
Except for the fact that I'm a pedestrian.
yeah, but still, when drivers don't follow the rules of the road, it's like wondering like who taught them how to drive? Stevie Wonder? I mean, seriously, there are some crazy-ass drivers that don't follow the rules of the road. They don't follow the lights. They don't follow the signs. They don't follow the speed limit. They don't follow, the proper turning signals. Sometimes you don't get a turning signal from people who are actually turning to the next lane. Hell, sometimes you get some people who are not paying attention at all because why? Dude, I'm tired. I'm tired. I didn't want to pay attention. Well, what are you doing on the road? I don't know. I'm just going to sleep right here in my accident here.
Go right ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Fall asleep on your little accident, man. And while you're at it, why don't you crash into a guardrail or whatnot? Flip your car over a couple times. Yeah, splatter your brains out on the road, man. You'll do us all a favor.
But also at the
I
same
hate
time,
drivers like that.
Also at the same time, you have drunk drivers. Drunk drivers are the worst because they're not just taking their life at risk; they're taking your life and everyone else around them at risk. I'd say this one time, it actually was kind of funny because I remember, because I live up the road from a Foster Freeze. And what happened was that I hear an accident down the road. I look out there, and there's this drunk-ass woman just basically in tears crying, I don't know what happened, I don't know what happened, leaving the vehicle. Leaving her crash, that's basically crashed into the Foster Freeze sign. And I was saying, like, the fuck? She's drunk as hell. She's walking up to the park to sleep it off. And the thing is, I stick around long enough to find out that she's done this before. Okay, she's done this before. Why did they take the license plate, the driver's license from her? Why, and why are they, taking her kids away too? Because come on, you're a risk to everyone, including yourself. You need help. This is where a person needs to admit, hey, I have a problem and I need to see a doctor about it. I mean, there are some good drivers out there that you have to appreciate because there are some good drivers. I usually thank them. I usually do. I show my appreciation. When somebody allows me to come into their lane, and I follow the proper etiquette of the rules of the road, hell, they'll wave to me, and I wave right back because go ahead, thank you. It's like days like those I want to see more of, not the more like I'm first. I'm in a hurry.
You're having a lot of fun right now, aren't you?
I am having fun. You know why? Because I'm dealing with idiots on a daily basis. Because I live in the city.
Yeah, I'm in the military. I deal with idiots on a daily basis, and I don't have to worry about going to a car to find them.
Yeah, but I drive to where I need to get to because it's off far enough that I have to drive. Because I mean, yeah, people who want to be first, they have no patience, they have no rules of etiquette, and they're rude ass people. I had one person basically cut me off. The person knew he cut me off. I had to hit the brakes because the guy almost hit me. I honked my horn, and what he did was he flipped me off. I honked my horn again. He flips me off again. Looks back at me. It's like, do it again. I honked my horn and hit him again. And man, he held speed up. Like, man, yeah, go ahead. Stop right now, and then I'll rear end you and say you stopped in the middle of the road. Sorry, you're at
I'll be
fault.
right back,
Pay
guys.
my
I gotta
goddamn
take a real quick.
insurance. Go ahead.
I'm getting a wee bit of a sore throat.
But I mean, seriously, you have assholes on the road who don't need to be driving. This is why they need to bring up they need to make the test a lot more harder for people to basically understand the rules of the road.
Exactly. I mean, I failed my driving test because I went 60 backwards out of a driveway, hit a curb, and got air. But nonetheless.
Man, I wish I had a camera for that one.
All right,
I am not ever allowed to drive a car. Everyone keeps trying to push me to get my license, but I've seen me drive, and I don't want to see me drive ever again.
Yeah. But seriously.
I've been wanting to say something for a while now.
Say it, Tebow. Say it like you mean it.
You know what I can't stand on the road? You know what I absolutely 100% without a shadow of a doubt cannot stand on the road?
Overeaters about to explode. Say it. Say it.
Muffins.
Drivers with their androids
and
texting.
And
yes.
I cannot stand these people for the 3 reasons I'm about to explain why I can't stand texters on the road. One. Let's explain rule number 1 about why I hate texting drivers. 1, I see them all the time on the highway driving down the road at 70 miles an hour, and this is especially in Oklahoma City. I'm driving down the road, trying to get to my drill weekend and whatnot. I see some dumb broad going 70 miles an hour, not paying attention, texting away, smoking on that cigarette, suddenly drifting a little close to my car, which I'm like, okay, slowly pulling over into the emergency breakdown lane. I'm not supposed to be in this lane. Quit doing it. So I speed up and get away from her as quick as possible. I hate those kind of drivers. 2, here's number 2 on the list of people I hate when they're texting on the road. You're at a stoplight or a stop sign. They're sitting there texting and
they don't pay attention.
There's about 3 cars behind me. I'm getting honked at, so I turn around. I say, you know what? I'm going to break the law a little bit just because I need to get around this dumb broad. I get past her. What does she do? She drops the phone, starts screaming at me once I pull past her. I'm like, well, hey, you're the one holding up traffic.
Yep.
And then, all right, number 3. And number 3, how I hate this one most of all. This one gets on my last nerves. Whenever you got these drivers with the texting, they're texting and they're texting. And what do? They get out of their fucking car to go stand on the sidewalk and start making phone calls and whatnot, holding their car up in the middle of the road.
I have never seen that before, but if I did,
downtown,
and if I had a gun, I would be arrested.
I'm sorry, downtown. I had to watch somebody texting, and they stopped the car. Get out. Because they said, oh, well, my frequency went out of my car, so I have to go stand outside so I can get a better reception. No! You don't do that! You get back in the car. You tell the person, "Hey, I'll be back in like 5 minutes. I gotta keep driving." Get back in your car and keep driving. Don't stop to get out and talk on the phone while
Or
you're
at the very least, pull over into the fucking shoulder so people can pass you. Or get into a parking lot. Don't just park in the fucking street.
So there you go, right there.
Yep.
Driving down the road on the highway, at the stoplight, and in the middle of a street.
Yep. Oh, and also I'll end you up on the whole entire parking deal. When it was okay to actually double park.
Double park? Oh God, I see that all the time at Walmart.
Exactly, double park
Really
with
quick,
fucking
have you guys
with
the double
fucking
parking-
SUVs. I see it most of the time with SUVs. The double park. I see sports car do it too. But I mean, come on.
I've seen the double parking before. Have you guys ever read XKCD?
No, I don't think I have.
Okay, it's a web comic. It's called a web comic of science, math, romance, and something else. I can't remember what. But there was a comic where a guy came walking up to a car that was double parked, walked away, came back with a blowtorch, cut the car in half so that it all fit in the same parking spot. And then if you moved your mouse over the comic, a little tiny blurb would pop up. And it said, even though the police said that there were 14 fairly cheerful-looking witnesses, not a single one recorded seeing the perpetrator's face. I love that.
Wow.
Awesome.
And it's something I wish I could do.
Well, see, you have to remember something. These people who double park, who illegally park, but the thing is, oh wait, let's get on another deal about parking. Why is there so many handicapped people are handicapped? And the thing is, when I actually see them get out of their vehicle, they walk perfectly fine.
Oh, this one you don't even want to get started on.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm starting on this one because you know why?
My father is an actual injured veteran who has been cut off by people who are just fat and lazy.
Exactly. Because there are people who are legitimately can't walk that far because people are just fat, lazy, and not just that, they think they can cheat the system. But the thing is, there are people who legitimately need those parking deals. Great example, my grandparents. My grandmother can barely walk. My grandfather is using a cane now. So basically, he needs that handicap parking spot more than these fat fucks out there that basically, or just basically these large families who basically get it because one of their parents who don't leave the house anymore, and is registered, the vehicle is registered to them. They can give them the right to use that handicap deal.
Wow, I've seen that all the time, and it makes me sick to my stomach just thinking about that.
Exactly, and you know what? It's people like these that make me sick.
And the disrespecting other human beings simply because they're lazy. No, this goes back to our first and second subject, in fact.
Exactly.
Where in the first subject, we talked about having to respect other people. The thing is, we talked about in a romantic sense. We still have to respect other human beings simply because they are human beings. At the same time, it goes into our second subject because here we are looking at an idolization of stupidity. More and more people do this because they see other people pull it off.
Right.
Like a boss. I deserve
like
7
a
points.
boss. Good job on you, man. Good job.
But see, you have all these these dumb fucks out there that think they can break the rules, break the law. And you know what? Whatever happened to the good old-fashioned citizen's arrest? Whatever happened the fuck to that? Whatever happened? You know what? If anything that needs to be is with the citizen's arrest, it should basically, that's where you're armed with a camera. Take a picture, videotape it, and hand it to the police. Here's your evidence, officer, that this person was breaking the law. Give them a ticket. That's all it should be. So it should be done.
I would love to do that. I would love to do that. I would love to go back to the times when citizen's arrest was a cool thing. I would not mind arresting some people on my own with my own 2 hands, with all that good stuff. That'd be perfect.
I wish we could tase people again. Wait.
No. I see what you did there. But still, the point of the matter is they should basically bring the citizen arrest. In other words, if you have the evidence, turn into police, and they'll take care of it from there. That's all that needs to be done. Basically, you see someone breaking the law, take a picture. Because come on, folks. How many people nowadays have cameras on their cell phones? Come on! The officers could be making their job a lot more easier and taxing more people who are breaking into law that they can't be there for at the very beginning. Because then all of a sudden, you take a picture, call the cops. Hey, I'm going to send this picture to you. This person's breaking the law. Here's our license plate. Here's that. That's all you're going to need. That's all they're going to need. That's all. Because a picture's worth 1,000 words. You see the crime, you do the time. You got to pay the fine. I mean, it's simple as that. They need to do that more. But you know what? People are like, that's a violation of my privacy. You're breaking the law. You have no more privacy when you break the law.
Exactly.
I mean, it's like the whole entire deal when I say, if you're not breaking the law, then you know what? Go on your merry way. Who gives a fuck? But if you're breaking the law and you're causing mayhem for other people, like I say, with the whole entire deal with handicap, like people, like let's say for example, someone who's not there, who's doesn't have a handicap sticker or a handicap sign on their deal. Take a picture of it. Say, hey, this person's legally parked here, but they are registered. No, they don't have it because they don't have the sign or anything like that. They don't have that person, so basically they're in violation. And the person who actually is the owner of this vehicle is not here. They're at home, still sick, or at a nursing home. So basically, they're using someone else's deal, which is also legal, which is also considered to be a crime of fraud. So, anyways, I could go on and on about this the whole entire time, but
all right, I think it's getting pretty close to winding down time. Sadly,
yes, it's winding down time. So let's get to this.
I want to ask mainly you two guys this.
Yes.
Because I have to admit, this was possibly one of the most fun nights that I've had in an extremely long time. Actually getting to have intelligent conversation with not just you two, but everyone else that came in and joined us. And the people that were talking in the chat room and just continuing to talk and just keeping their conversation going, keeping it going. I was blown away with how much fun that I had tonight. I want to thank both of you ever so much. I want to thank everyone in the chat room, and I want to ask you: could it be possible that I do this on a more often?
Maybe we'll have to. You gotta take consideration of having other people on here as as guests for now, and then if you feel like if we have room to grow, we'll go from there. So, anyway,
I just want to give the watchers an idea that I might be coming back eventually.
Okay, that's fine. With that being said, we gotta switch down to switch gears a little bit down back to one again and actually start bringing people back into the call.
All right, for the last call for alcohol.
Last time, so this is the time where you put your name out there to actually to get to be on the call here, which means you can talk about the subject we just talked about, or you can talk about a completely different subject.
T-Dog for God hasn't been in it yet.
T-Dog for God. Let me see if I can't look him up real quick.
It's no offense, Living Nightmare. You have been in it twice already.
Yeah, we can't repeatedly add people in over and over again. Just to clarify.
You gotta give other people a chance real quick.
Exactly.
All right, T-Dog for God. T-Dog for God. Answer your phone, and we will get you on the show.
Ring, ring. Hello. Ring, ring.
And
goodbye.
We can't get him in.
Try again.
I'm trying to get him in right now, but it says I can't add him unless they share.
And we have to get Night Blossom in and make him do the thing.
Oh God, the thing.
Oh, wait. Never mind. We've got him.
There we go.
Yep,
Ring, ring. Hello.
We're working on it right now. We're getting him on here.
He's on
again.
All right, welcome to the show. Welcome to Superminds.
Hey, what's up?
Hey,
hello.
Sorry, gotta be a bit quiet. Sorry.
All right.
It's all right.
So, you got anything to say about opinion-wise on the subjects we talked about? Any opinions you have to talk to us tonight about the subject we talked about, or at least an opinion of your own on a subject?
Oh goodness, the subjects we talked about, or you guys talked about, really. I thought it was great. The thing about rules of the road, texting and such. Good lord, man. Let's see. I actually had to experience myself that in the second chat. Sorry guys, gotta cut it short. I actually have to
It's
go.
okay.
All
Thank
right,
you
hey,
for
no
coming on
problem,
the
man.
show. We'll talk later.
Okay, so we got the Grim Auxiliary to that one, and then I want to get Night Blossom in, and then I think that's probably gonna be it for the night, though.
I don't know if I have him on my Skype list.
I'll add him. All right,
Grim Auxiliary, whatever.
Grim Auxiliary, that one. Grim Auxiliary, that one. Pick up your phone, track on his doodle zoo. Pick it up.
All right, let me try to get him in. Okay, we're getting a little way off track.
There we go.
Dude,
Yo.
I had a technical difficulty when you guys were supposedly calling me. It wasn't sending me the call.
Okay, it happens.
Okay.
Here, hold on. Let me mute the stream.
All right, no problem.
So it doesn't mess with anyone or give any echo. There we go. All right, it's muted. Okay, now what I wanted to say has to do with the cars thing that we were talking about. We talked about a lot of the rules of the road, but I want to talk about etiquette of the road that is not explicitly in the rules of the road, but is something that should be exercised, and it isn't exercised enough. See, my mother is an EMT, and she's studying more medicine, and I'm getting to the topic with this, and I'm going to try and wrap it up as quickly as I can, but she's an EMT, and she has medical training, and we were driving down the road at one point, and there was a wreck on the side of the road, and several people just continued to drive by, and no one was there to help. So my mother pulled off to the side of the road, and I and her both got out and provided medical assistance to these people who had serious injuries while the ambulance was arriving. And I see accidents all the time where people aren't helping, and it's not cool. And, usually when there's no one helping, then I or any of my family members that I know will go find a safe place to stop the car and come and help those people, Like my dad he even pushed someone's car who their car had broken down in the middle of the road. He even pushed that car over to a mechanic shop that was near where their car had broken down so that it could get fixed. And I just think people should do that more often than they do.
Courtesy of the road. Courtesy of the road, yes.
I swear I love it when guys like you talk. It's like you guys are so smart and you're so intelligent. Yes.
Thank you.
It's
something funny is you notice the more intelligent a person is, the more kind they often are. Am I the only one that's noticed that?
I've noticed that. It's like with me, like when my friend Mario was actually...
But you're an asshole.
Yeah, I'm an asshole, but that's I'm mean by name, mean by nature, but that's besides the point. But when my friend Mario, one time his car broke down, I had AAA insurance, and that I'm the plus member. I have a plus member, sorry, and that's me. I get 3 free tows per year. I'm not gonna use all those 3 tows per year because I take very good care of my car. So what I did for my friend was I basically told him you need to have a tow down to the mechanic shop. Sure, we'll do that. So I have a tow down there. Oh, you need a tow back? Sure, I'll do that too. I'll call up my my insurance. I could call for any car I want to. And I gotta use that 3 times. I'm probably gonna use it once a year, but not gonna use it 3 times. So I use it for him because why? I'm that nice of a guy.
That is nice.
Because logic dictates. So, anyways, moving along.
Yeah. Okay. Next person or whatever.
Yep. Our last person for the night, and then we're going to call it a night.
Yep. Okay. Thanks for coming on here, man.
Peace.
You already know who you are, and you already know what we want you to say. I'm adding you to the call.
Already on it. You know him. You love him. He's been one of the best guests we had tonight. Night Blossom.
Night Blossom, you badass motherfucker.
You called?
Yes, we called you. We need GPS.
Okay, you need GPS.
Aye, we need GPS right now.
Come on, tell us where to go. Tell us where to go, man.
In 500 meters, turn right. In 200 meters, turn right. You missed your turning, you asshole. Make a U-turn. Where possible. You scumbag.
Yes. I was actually hoping. I was hoping that what I did right there is like turn left, turn right, stop.
Surprise, motherfucker.
What? How did you even? What?
I
How
don't
did
even
you
know
even
what.
ken?
I have no idea.
I have no idea either. That was a surprise.
Alright then. Okay, so I guess that pretty much runs tonight down to the end.
Yep. So thank you all for coming on the show today. And we all want to thank you for being part of it.
And of course, I thank you all for giving us another wonderful, great show. And all you wonderful people out there in the chat room, you're smart, you're intelligent. Keep it up. Don't let anybody drag you down. Intelligence is a beautiful thing.
And didn't forget, haggis, scotch, a kilt, and a big sword make you bulletproof.
I believe it. Good night, everybody.
Hold on. Common sense is so rare, it might as well be a superpower. That's why we are called Superminds. T-Bone the Ranting Brody.
Superminds
out.
Green Dragoon, night.